Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this Ackman video.
What's up, everybody? This is the woke man here, and today, turns out there's a lot of games that are woke out there, and you've got to be on the lookout. Thankfully, there is a list just for you, so you can keep track of all of that woke nonsense and all of those political agendas being pushed into your games, and you can avoid it, and I'm gonna help you.
Woke
so
rocks!
ladies and gentlemen, and just so you know, this list is very, very comprehensive. It is very... There's a lot of woke stuff out there, a lot of wokeness.
Woke content detector?
As you can clear...
I can't read it because the video title is on top. Damn. Yeah, I mean, everything is woke now. What can we do, guys? I do think some of it is taking it too far. Like, I get annoyed. I get so annoyed sometimes when people are starting to call everything woke. You know, what is the saying? Everything in moderation, chat. I'm a person that likes moderation, and I think everything in moderation. I don't like both extreme. I don't like any extreme. That's it.
1,500 games on here. Look, okay, it's no secret that companies are sometimes pushing agendas in media, pop culture, video games, and whatnot. Bloons Tower Defense 6 is woke now, fellas. It's been compromised.
Bloons is woke?
It contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging. Can you believe it? There's a pride flag item available in the trophy store with a pro-pride message. And that's the review. That's their review of the game. They're reviewing games based on wokeness. This amorphous blob of a term now. But Bloons Tower Defense 6 has been compromised. Thank you, woke detective, for making me aware of this. I can finally cleanse my...
He bought this just for that skin.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Well, obviously Starfield is pretty woke, you know. Pronoun selection, they, them, body types instead of male and female. Improbably diverse NPCs in all areas.
What does that mean? What is improbably diverse?
Improbably diverse?
Yeah, rainbow, woke. Other races, woke.
They're in space. You see, it's not just what games they classify as woke, it's also the reasons and the recommendation. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, that's definitely woke for sure.
What? No one said that. No one said that.
Come on, it's woke. It's woke, fellas. Sorry.
I didn't hear this criticism from Baldur Gates. Okay, the person making the list is probably a schizo.
Larian, Hades fans, oof. Homosexual relationship between minor characters.
Yeah, true. Female MC, woke. Black character, woke. Gay chair, woke. And oh, gay character, not chair. Sorry. I don't mind, obviously. I don't know why I have to clarify this, but obviously, I don't mind gay pairings and gay characters. I just like good scripts. That's it. I like good scripts and good stories. You know, Arcane had like this little Yuri arc between Caitlyn and Vi, and that wasn't even canon. They just threw it in there, but it was so good. It fit so well. Meanwhile, House of Dragon, they forced like the little lesbian episode between Missandre and Rhaenyra, and it felt like it was just shoved in there. The next episode, they never acknowledged it again. They literally never acknowledged it again. It was like a different parallel universe, and that felt forced. So I think that's what people don't like.
Optional homosexual romance. Damn. Didn't that also get some awards? Look at how many games we're exposing. All of these games have been compromised. The Shovel Knight series? Man,
yeah, when you force shit, it's boring. That's a problem.
Contains overtly pro DEI messaging. 1800 Scotland somehow has diverse LGBTQ plus characters. There's fucking wizards in the game, bro. Just get over it. Why do we cherry pick historical settings like this when it's clearly not a non-fictional story? That's crazy. That's crazy. But Hogwarts Legacy is woke. J.K. Rowling is... I'm a little confused now. I'm a little confused on that one. Let's see. Other famous... Power World is woke because it uses body type in place
With a lot of the woke stuff in gaming, people are just recognizing patterns. It starts with inclusive characters, and then we see the story and how good writing is abandoned for DI for no reason. I agree, but it's also a story of, you know, the boy who cries wolf. And if you cry woke at every single thing, when it's not woke, then I start to believe it less and less. So obviously, there's been a lot of forced woke stuff and a lot of DI forced into games. But again, sometimes there's just so much exaggerated thing. There's so much doom posting, especially on YouTube. And I'm just like, that's just a far stretch from reality at this point. I don't know.
So biological sex during character creation. Who cares? Who cares? You see how easily like all of these are just written off as like they label that as overtly pro LGBTQ plus. Like that's kind of crazy, dude. Oh boy, Call of Duty's woke too. Shit. Well, yeah.
Yo, Call of Duty, that's the game where you hear like slurs in the voice chat by randoms. What?
Multiple pride flag calling cards and emblems. Yeah, I can't have that. Can't have that. Why can't we though? Wouldn't that just give people more ammunition in the lobbies to use those types of slurs against the people they want to? You're probably thinking this is like a pride flag too, but unfortunately it is merely a t-shirt.
It's just
of
a rainbow
T-Rex riding a skateboard in a reference to Pink Floyd's famous album The Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, no.
It's the wokest thing I could find in my...
Sorry. Pink Floyd has a rainbow on it. It's woke. It's automatically woke. That's how it works.
My house, but no.
Yeah, too much color. Must be LGBT.
You're really funny. That's really funny. It's crazy that like that's all they need. Like that just this, like a pride flag in a game, even if it's an optional cosmetic.
Oh, I like that little sound effect he used. I should source that for my videos.
Like they don't even want that. No rainbows allowed. No rainbows. No pride flags. Fellas, the start of the NFL season is upon us, and the best way to cope with my beloved seabirds
they made him censor his plushies and stuff for the ad because they don't want the brands. It's probably some IPs. They don't want the IPs to compete with this sponsor. That's interesting.
In the playoffs this year is by teaming up with DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL. Because if my actual team isn't any good...
It's a Silent Hill 3 song? Oh my god, thanks guys. Wait, I'm gonna write it down before I forget. Silent Hill. That's why I have you, chat. You guys are way more cultured than me. I do feel like I learned a lot from you guys.
I can make up my own.
It goes both ways.
Fantasy football is great, but a little monetary incentive can make things a lot more interesting. With DraftKings, you can draft your own team of kings, pit them against other players, and with only a small deposit of $5, you have a shot at winning a share of millions in prizes. Fantasy football is a game of knowledge, prediction, and skill. So do your research beforehand. Check out the official DraftKings.
I used to have friends who love fantasy football. I never understood what it's about, because, yeah, but do you guys play fantasy football?
Website and download the app. If you want to win, you got to go in with the right playbook, with the right strategy. So don't miss out on all the exciting action this football season. Click the link in the description and pinned comment to download the DraftKings app and use the promo code TheActMan for a free shot at a piece of millions in prizes with just a small deposit of $5.
The fuck is that? Oh, don't worry about it, Kasud. It's a guide thing. We're not supposed to know about this. I only know about it because I overheard my guy friends talk about fantasy football.
DraftKings for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
Let's see, is any Call of Duty not woke? Warzone is woke, 2019, yep. Black Ops Cold War. Campaign character creator menu has options for non-binary. God, even Black Ops Cold War is woke now. Jesus. We're getting massacred.
It's like that. It's like D&D for football, man. That's such a great way to describe it. Yeah, I think it is. At least that's how I understood it. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
What kind of fucking games are on here? I was a teenage exocolonist. Contains overtly anti-capitalism messaging. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So does BioShock. Criticizing capitalism is woke now. What?
What?
Who wrote this list? Well, I know who wrote this list. It was actually one of the founders of autism.net. Call of Duty. So all of the Call of Duty games that are...
That's a website? The Silent Hill team is called Never Forgive Me, Never Forget Me. Also, the kiss in HOTD wasn't on the script when Darcy gave the idea. I know. Man, that's what happens when actors get famous, then they start like giving their ideas to the director. Also, the show happened when there was like a writer's strike. They got seriously screwed over by Warner Bros. Because the season, I'm gonna go on a rant on House of Dragon because I'm really upset about how they messed up the season. The show was supposed to be 10 episodes, okay? Warner Bros. Decided 2 weeks before they started filming that they were cutting 2 episodes away. So, and this was during the writer's strike. And so the writers had to scramble to rewrite the script to make it fit. They had to cram it all in 8 episodes only. But the thing is, because there was a writer's strike, they weren't allowed to have the writers write. So the director and the actors had to like do it themselves. It was so doomed. Warner Bros., give me back my 2 episodes, okay?
On Steam are woke. Hard confirm. I will be, well, I will be taking down any reviews of any woke games I've done. Undertale is woke. Shit. Multiple non-binary characters use they.
No fantasy football. That's why you're not a waifu, Rima. Gotta up your pick-me girl name. True. Maybe if I get into fantasy football, chat will date me.
Them pronouns, including the player character. 2 major characters can form a homosexual
Agreed.
relationship. Well, it's a good thing I've never played Undertale. Oh boy, here we go. We're getting to the good shit. Red Dead Redemption 2. Informational, right? Red Dead 2 only contains subtly pro DEI subtly pro diversity, equity, and inclusion messaging. Several minor characters espouse modern day political sentiments. As an example, the NPC Sadie Adler
I feel like this video would be better if I actually played those games.
behaves the same way a modern feminist would.
Now I don't really get all the jokes.
You're fucking gay! As in homosexual!
That is one of the most retarded things I've ever heard. So I like subtly pro DEI messaging in 1899. Yeah, Dutch only got Lenny and Charles on the squad so it would help his DEI scores with the Pinkertons. Yeah, I like several modern day characters espouse modern day political sentiments. You know what's a modern day political sentiment? Woman's suffrage? What? Native American genocide? What? All these political topics that were covered for 1899? Like, Sadie Adler behaves the same way a modern day feminist would. How? How? She's just a strong, badass cowgirl.
Lulu Lasso?
Her husband died and then she was being taken advantage of by O'Driscolls and then Micah comes in. Yeah,
it's like that joke. Every female MC character, every like strong female MC is immediately woke. I think people don't mind strong female MC. I think people dislike when there's no build up or they didn't work their way to being powerful or strong or developing all these skills. There needs to be hoops and challenges you gotta go through. There needs to be character development for the character to be taken seriously. People don't like when they spawn like this and they're super powerful.
I'm gonna hate men a little bit. Good God. You see how reductive these types of like woke labels become when they actually have to write down what's woke about it instead of just pointing at women and being like, women, they're woke. You know, it's like, it becomes very reductive and stupid. Skyrim is only moderately woke because an NPC in Whiterun asks you whether the sight of a strong Nord woman offends you. These are also such specific examples, like Oblivion,
like
Dumag Grow
when a women are already powerful, they're able to physically pummel men. What's the problem? It depends. Like, you can take, for example, what's her name? The really tall, almost giant blonde lady from Game of Thrones. you feel like when you see her, you feel like her strength is deserved. Or there's a kind of side character in Westworld, Brienne of Tart. Yes, Brienne of Tart. She came toe to toe with the Hound. She even beat the Hound, and the Hound's supposed to be super strong. Yeah, Brienne the Beauty.
Flirts with males. What? Some Argonians use...
Good point. Although many movies have the MC start off really strong in the beginning compared to the enemies, so what's the difference? Yeah, compared to the enemies, but then they meet like this super powerful enemies, and that's when you're like, you understand how strong the enemy is and how imminent is the threat, because you're like, wow, if the MC himself, who's supposed to be already above the average man, is struggling against this powerful opponent, and this opponent must be really powerful. Or maybe that's just an anime trope, I don't know anymore. I love the Blue Eye Samurai. Yeah, that was a good movie. Wait, I forgot it was a woman too. True. It's a woman disguised as a man, yeah. To be honest, the Hound was at his lowest point in that part of the story. I feel like he didn't really want to beat her. I like the Hound. The Hound was a very interesting for me. I feel like he was a likable character. At first you hated him because he did some horrible stuff, but then you sort of liked him when he started taking care of Aya.
Conflicting pronouns? That's probably just a fuck up of the script or something.
Yeah, Kill Bill. If Kill Bill was released today, it would be considered woke. Stop. Yeah, Uma Thurman really works hard though to be. You see her backstory in Kill Bill 2 and how she trained with that samurai master. I totally gotta do that in Japan. I gotta go train with a samurai master too. So good. I fucking love Kill Bill. It's such an masterpiece.
If it's Oblivion.
I also love Elle Driver from, the girl with the eye patch. Love that character.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound.
Jaime.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
temple.
Sorry, he's Chinese, not Japanese. He's Chinese. I like how they make the whole, like, getting the sword from him was there was so much respect.
All on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that
Thankfully, Fallout New Vegas is only informational. Contains LGBTQ plus themes without specific messaging. Fallout New Vegas. Minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. A possible companion has dialogue about her experiences as a homosexual. Light social commentary. Fallout New Vegas. Light social commentary. I repeat, Fallout New Vegas.
What does that mean?
Light social commentary. Who wrote this?
Fallout? That game came out in 2008. Like,
What LGBTQ plus themes does New Vegas have? I never even heard of that.
Wait, it's all woke? What does that mean? That meme is funny. Fallout? What? Are people just reading too much into things? Too much buzzwords. Fallout New Vegas is all about manipulating the politics of the region.
Never even heard of that. It's starting to sound like the people that call things woke just like they want all the gay people out of video games. Because it's like, why always highlight which games have homosexual or gay relationships? Like,
Why? This whole thing is nothing but a Jewish plot. You do know that, don't you?
I find that highly unlikely, amigo.
Well, I don't like Jews.
Whoa.
Or natives, now that you mention it.
nobody used to give a shit when it was like KOTOR or Mass Effect. Nobody cared. The people that cared were the out-of-touch Fox News representatives. Now we have like gamers writing this shit. What happened? GTA 5? God damn it. Unfortunately, it features multiple minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. Isn't that unfortunate? Yeah, Fallout 3, jeez. The games that are safe though, Team Fortress 2, no woke content. Thank God for that. Witcher 3, several minor characters provide exposition regarding their experiences as homosexual individuals. You can't even talk about like what it's like to be gay in a video game without it being like, I don't know if we should go there. It's just so weird. Oh shit, man. The Dark Souls series is, well, Dark Souls has only been moderate.
I played The Witcher. It's definitely not woke. I played all of The Witcher. Wait, Subnautica is mildly woke according to them?
Really compromised, okay? Gwendolyn was born a male but raised as a female and given clothes and a magic ring to help him act like a female. At least they're familiar with the lore to a certain extent. It is tragic that the entire Dark Souls trilogy contains some woke stuff, guys. I can't recommend that. Helldivers 2, though, contains subtly pro-DEI messaging. How? What is the DEI message?
He looks mad about that one. I haven't played Helldivers. Have you guys played Helldivers? Yeah, whoever made this list is silly.
It features a mixed race family. That's like, to these people, that's like a warning flag. Is that kind of insane? No clear distinction between male or female aside from voice options. But they have helmets on and body armor and I don't get it. I don't get these people. Counter-Strike 2 is not woke. As long as we're killing terrorists, that is A-okay. Cyberpunk, obviously that's gonna be woke. Left 4 Dead series is not. Wait a minute. How?
Helldivers is cathartic?
Hold on. There's a lot of black zombies in Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, it's an FPS?
Speaking of, 2 of the 4 playable characters are black, and one of them's a woman. How is that not woke? That's 50% of the playable roster. How is Left 4 Dead 2 not woke? You see how stupid, how fucking easy
Hey,
it
it's
is?
Shrek!
You just point out like minorities and women and say, look at the wokeness. Game's woke. But they don't do that for Left 4 Dead 2. Why? Okay, so Portal is good, but Portal 2 unfortunately
Didn't he used to criticize like the total opposite of this?
as anti-patriarchy messaging, as all male characters are portrayed negatively and are less competent than the female characters. Man, Valve really fell off. They really fell off after that. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball is safe. You can play those games safely. What is this? Validate.
Just to be clear, this is I lost a message. This is a broken clock kind of nonsense list. Yeah, I figured. I mean, the whole video is on just one list. I thought the video would be talking about the wider phenomenon. But it's kind of just a funny haha video.
Struggling singles in your area. I can't imagine how this game would be woke. What does this game even look like? We're going in deep.
But
get to know struggling singles.
I do think all sides have, like, not just based on this list, I do think all sides have their extremes and both sides have their fair share of deserved criticism. First, there's like these totally, flop games that everybody's memeing on, like Dustborn and stuff like that. And then there's people crying woke at ridiculous things too. And I do see those people. I see them on Twitter. When I can accurately predict what your opinion's gonna be on a topic before you've even spoken your mind, I feel like that's just so boring. I don't know, man. It's just so tiring.
Just like you.
I can't watch anymore.
I can't watch. Oh God. I don't think I can show that. Okay. Don't think I can show that. Here's the thing. If you want to play like these
and
games,
I have criticized woke culture a hell bunch. I've criticized cancel culture. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna criticize, the other side and the other opposite and the other extreme. I shit on all weirdos.
or like dating sims, like who cares? Who cares about that? I don't care. I wouldn't have even known about the validate if it weren't for this.
Yeah, bad writing is bad writing.
I really should have covered this in my Battlefront Collection video, but game was woke. Battlefront Collection was woke. You see, they changed the self-inflicted death message from player killed himself into player killed themselves. Wow, look at all these woke games. Battlefield 1, oh yeah, there was black people in that game. Battlefield 5, you actually have like an argument for, but of course a small description is not going to do it justice, but look at how many games. Wolfenstein 2, shit. Main character is saved by his strong, pregnant girlfriend. She also manages to fight off a wave of Nazis.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is another one of those games where you could make some kind of argument that, yeah, retroactively changing the sexuality of many characters, maybe there's an issue with that. Maybe.
Oh, about Concord. Shit, I need to watch a video on Concord. I'm still not up to date with that whole thing.
Maybe it's really not a big fucking issue, and the issues surrounding Overwatch are way more important and massive and not about character sexuality. Just let the Rule 34 artists be by themselves, okay? Just let them do their thing. For those who are looking to play Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, you will unfortunately be playing a woke video game. This is made by the Game Grumps? What? When did they? Oh my god. Why did the Game Grumps
Dad dating simulator?
Yeah,
Whoa.
boyfriend dungeon, non-binary. They're just playing like all these, they're overloading the list. Alex Jones NWO Wars. No woke content. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on this list. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How is this not woke? How is this not woke? It's clearly shoving a political message.
Let's free the Patriots and defeat the globalist tech geeks.
That really is what it comes down to. It's like, okay, we want politics in games, just the right politics, just the right, like Alex Jones, who's never had a bad opinion ever. Super lesbian animal RP is woke.
Armchair
No.
did a very long stream talking about politics in video games. What did he say? I mean, I think video games can have like some kind of criticism of religion or a criticism of power in some case. I think that can make it interesting. I know a lot of, for example, I know I keep using these examples, but that's just what's coming to my mind. A lot of the Game of Thrones writing, you know, they have all of these powerful zealots and stuff. It's a lot of criticism of religion too, and how people manipulate others through that.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews. There are people who have 50 hours. Why are there so many fucking like?
Yeah, it's okay to have some politics in game, just not real politics. Yes, exactly. Well said. Well said. Like if it's this fictional world politics. You know, Arcane, for example, they have like the Undercity, and they're all like poor and stuff. And then they have the people that are rich. They're living with some kind of, they have like these weapons that are like sort of arcana magic, and they live above everybody. I think that's interesting.
Dating games on here. You have to review these things based on each game individually. You can't just be like, well, that's woke, don't play it. You know, you have to actually examine it. Like this could, like the Alex Jones game could.
I'll say about this video, I feel like it's a little long. It's a little long video just to go over one list. I was kind of hoping it would show more examples. But I'll finish it though.
Be a decent platformer. Could be. Looks kind of funny, like it's got a funny theme, but a lot of people just write off games because they don't contain the right politics, and I think that's really entitled and stupid. Among Us is woke?
No
No
way.
I love Among Us.
I
because there's pride flags in it. The gays really do ruin everything. What is this? Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag. I don't know what who the fuck wrote this list or who the fuck had to play all of these games, but this is just wild. Destroy All Humans. Contains subtly anti-human and subtly pro-DEI messaging. Are you fucking serious?
I mean, the game is called Destroy All Humans.
Boy, I wish this was a wig. I would rip it out. I would rip it out of my skull.
Well, we can see his airline moving when he does that.
Me?
I hate Among Us.
Some
I hate being the murderer. It stresses me out so much.
human messaging.
I hope no one notices that I have women's panties on.
You know how I like my games.
You're right,
Pro-human.
Chemist.
Imagine being the person like writing this list, looking at and playing Destroy All Humans, and you're like, there's just something not quite right about this. Just something not quite right. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like this game is a little anti-human.
Take him home and drown my sorrows in cheap, meaningless sex. Oh,
Cheap, meaningless sex.
Oh, they have... Armored Core 6 contains multiple forms of woke messaging, some overt and some more subtle. See the full review for more details. Okay. Oh, Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is woke. The Ultramarine.
I love that edit.
Scene in
Somebody
game
need to make a Giga Chat edit of my face.
are improbably diverse.
I can't like to save your life. Have you guys seen me play Among Us? I played it on Shakai's stream because she invited me. And Kohaku from Globy was there, and he let me kill him Because he knew I was the murderer. That's how obvious I was, chat. He let me kill him so I could have an easier game. He's such a nice guy. Like, bro. I don't know why Kohaku, like all the Globy guys, they always know how to play each games. And they're always so useful. Like, they always like kind of help me out when I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm always the noob. And after the game, he was like, yeah, I knew you were the murderer, by the way. I let you kill me for funs.
Features frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure.
Not recommended. The username is woke content detector. No shot. Some people really do get their pennies in a bunch over woke stuff.
Frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure. Get back in the kitchen, women. You can't be on the front lines. They already reviewed Veilguard. It's not even out. They don't even need to play the game. They even reviewed Freddy Fish on this. No game is safe. Pajama Sam? Are you... Thank God I wasn't indoctrinated when I was a kid. Quake is good. Quake 2, not so much. Look at how specific this gets, though. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. A mini-game on Ardolis involves singing a song about women in respectable positions of power. Who gives a shit? It's so weird to keep like a dad.
Rima playing Among Us is starting to sound like if someone tried to be an assassin and the pride is close ever while carrying a nuke. Yes, like me trying to be stealthy and trips on something and makes a loud barging sound.
Database of all this. Like, imagine if they did this for racism and sexism. Wouldn't that just be insane to be like, oh, this game is racist. A black guy gets killed in it. I feel like that.
I don't know Quake.
Would be the exact
but
same.
It's an old game. How could it be woke? When did the woke term even come to be?
Shit. They're even reviewing like furry games. Perfect Apocalypse.
There's
Jesus
furry
Christ.
games?
Wow, how is this possible? The game gender.
Sorry, the title of that game just made me laugh a lot. Perfect Apocalypse.
Gender is not woke. Because it offers a satirical take on picking a gender identity. Whether in favor of or against gender identities is unclear. What's your gender? Your royal gayness. Your royal gayness. How do you even find... Do they just click on the LGBTQ plus tag and just go through that and include them all on here? That's probably what they did. Divinity Original Sin 2? How? Homosexual
There's just
romance
so many
options.
games on Steam.
Like, that's a bad thing, you know what I mean? That's a bad thing to these people. Not that it's forced, as in it forces the player to be gay, but that it's an option in the game. Homosexual relationships are written and included for people who care, or for people who want to explore all pieces of content, all different types of relationships. It's like these people are discouraging that.
Oh, I'm starting to think when he said, I know who wrote that list, it's the founder of autism.com, he was joking. I thought he was being serious and it was a legitimate website. But now, reading chat, it kind of just all clicked. It was a joke. Calling the guy who made the list. Yes, I get it now. I was a little slow on that one.
And sounds like these are the people trying to shove political ideology into our video games instead of trying to keep it, you know, relegated to the artists themselves. I got blackmailed by a futanari. Why are you reviewing these games? Is there a full review I can read for this game? I got blackmailed by a futanari.
Sarcasm, yes.
Really like to hear more about that one. It's like these are all like romance games. A gay love story about gay love. What were you expecting? Features homosexual romance? You don't say.
Wait, there's hentai on that list?
I feel like half of the games that are listed as
might have to check it out.
Gay, like Romancylvania. They're just reviewing romance games. Like Knights of the Old Republic is woke because of Juhani. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Trials and Tribulations.
Where's World of Warcraft?
A minor gay character who behaves in a flamboyantly effeminate way. Who cares, man? Trials and Tribulations is the best Ace Attorney game. side with Spirit of Justice, in my opinion. Mortal Kombat 1, nearly multiple male characters have been retconned and emasculated. They got rid
it's a
of Scorpion's
Futa game.
penis.
Whoa.
Nearly all people of authority are female. It's just insane scrolling through this. You could really, it's like going to a zoo and seeing all the exhibits. Dave the Diver is woke. Contains pro-DEI messaging. The player character is a fat guy who can somehow deep dive and swim long distances without trouble.
Wow.
The sushi chef is black. Oh my god, it's not recommended. See, we're judging it Don't play this game, the main character's fat. Dave the Diver has
What the fuck?
insane reviews, 97% of 100,000. That is wild to hate
What's
this
the
game because
political
main character
messaging in
is
there?
fat and one character is black. Wild. Well, I hope this has been enlightening for all of you. I hope you have installed most of these games or deleted them from your hard drives. And I just wanted to do my part to raise awareness. Don't buy woke games like Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic, Street Fighter 6, Power World, and of course, Call of Duty.
Wait, Power World is woke? It's made in Japan. How?
Woke game.
They literally don't care about that stuff.
Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Woke Man for more.
Wait, I
awesome
guess there's been other games that have been called woke made there, but so that argument doesn't stand.
content.
No.
All right, everyone, that's all I got for today.
Can I stop getting Typhlosion recommendations? Since I watched that Legal Mindset Typhlosion video, I keep getting them. I keep getting them recommended.
Hey, this is the Act Man signing out.